Hello there, good people. Hi, it's Jason with Green Country Agroforestry, back again for another episode of Can I Plant That? This will be number 5. Now, as we usually do with these, I'd like to show you our progress from previous episodes. Here in front of me are the Norland red potatoes. They've entered that stage of their development where they've started producing flowers, which means they're producing tubers underground. I pinched the flowers off already, so unfortunately I can't show you that. Oh, there's some trying to come out there. But these are doing very well, and looking over them, there are some holes here, but those are from grasshoppers, not from Colorado potato beetle. I see no evidence of the Colorado potato beetle out here at all, which is really good news. Over here, behind where the camera is at the moment, we can just spin that camera around. We have our indeterminate potatoes. 3 of them doing well, 3 of them doing not quite so well. Also, some grasshopper activity, but no Colorado potato beetle. I think the issue here, looking at these yellowed leaves, well, that one's just eaten up, and yellowed leaves, this may be a nutrient deficiency. So I'm going to have to get some fertilizer out on these. We're going to use our liquid fertilizer, not the commercial industrial stuff. So here we have our chickpeas, and most of them have germinated and come up. A few of them I did have to come back and re-sow. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but there's a little shoot there, another one there, there's another one over there, and those are now germinating and coming up. So we'll get those gaps filled in, but they are coming along nicely. So for the past 2 days, twice a day, I've been taking this bucket, filling it full of water, letting it soak, and then after 12 hours, dumping it out, rinsing it, soaking it again. And what is soaking inside this bucket is this. This is ginger root, purchased from the grocery store. Now after all of that soaking, yeah, look at that. Got little buds starting to form up there. They're ready to pop out. All of the growth inhibitor that was put on these roots whenever it was prepared to be shipped out to the grocery store has now been rinsed off, and yes, they're already starting to attempt to form new ginger on those roots. So we're going to take these and turn them into these, and then I'll show you what we'll do with these afterwards. Let me get these out of the way for the moment. Come over here to my corral where I have my dirt, mushroom compost, mixed with a bit of topsoil. I've thrown a couple worms in for good measure. I think 2 shovelfuls ought to be in there. And all we got to do now is take these pieces, look for where it looks like there's a sprout getting ready to form, and we want to make sure that those are facing upwards. So here we go. Ginger root covered with soil. That's it. Over here. Ginger root, sure this is the right way up. Looks right enough to cover with soil. And I've got a third spot right here. You take one of these other pieces, covered with soil. There we go. That's all there is to it. Always water this in good and put it someplace where it can get plenty warm. Encourage those roots to form and grow. But now we've got these plants here. These plants here are what are of the most interest to me at the moment. I can't use that because they got hail damage. Looky here. I want you to think of this as being kind of like a potato slip, where you can take your potato and soak it in the water, and it'll start to send up little shoots to the side. You'll notice this one here, now that we got that excess soil out of the way, this one here is attached to the root, just barely, right there, but it's got its own separate root system. What we want to do is just break that free. Look, see? Now I have a separate and independent ginger plant that's ready to plant out and grow on its own, and it will form its own storage root, like this parent root that it came off of. Alright, so there's one. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Alright. Once more, here's the parent root. There's a little tiny connection from the parent root where it budded out, just like this bud is. If you can see it right there. Where is it? Right there? Where my finger's at? Well, that's what this started out as. It budded out, it sent up a shoot, formed a plant, formed its own roots. Ooh, look at that. And we're just going to take it and break it loose from the parent plant, just like that. There's another individual ginger with its own individual root system ready to go. Now this one, it's got some more buds on it. We can replant that, and hopefully we'll see some more ginger forming here very shortly. And there is Sergeant, either faithfully guarding my young okra plants or getting dangerously close to laying on top of them. I don't know which. Hey, Sergeant. Sergeant, you want to say something to all these people out there in TV land? Is that all you have to say for yourself? Okay. Sometimes I'll use a trowel, a hoary knife, a dibber, but there's nothing wrong with using good old original model fingers. In this case, I want to get a fairly wide hole established. Well, I'm starting to see some cardboard down there. That's good. Cardboard is, in some places, still somewhat intact, but rips up easy enough. There we go. This is soft earth underneath that. There we go, of course, soft earth. It's a little bit old Bermuda grass. It's nice to see that it's burning up most of its energy, getting up to the surface like that. So I'm just going to add a little bit of the soil. Piece of sedge grass. Okay. Take this nice, healthy looking plant. Mud. Settle them down on into the mud. Top off a bit more soil. Firm it up. Yep, it's going to get my fingers a little muddy. It's no problem. And then get that mulch down around him. Or her. Is Ginger a him or her? There we go. Well, there's one. I've got 4 that I'm planning on planting. So I've got one there. Let's do another one here. This spot. Oh yeah. These wood chips are breaking down really nice. These are about maybe 4 months old now. Whenever I put these down. The cardboard. Yep, it breaks up pretty easy. Oh yeah, soil underneath is nice and soft. It's staying moist too, that's good. Lets me know that the mulch is doing its job. It hasn't rained here in at least a few days. Alright, get some of that soil down. Just a bit. Okay. I'm going to get my plants out. Put those to the side. I don't know which one of those I want to use just yet. Let's get a little mud puddle action going on there. Oh, let's put this fellow in there. I like the way this one broke free. It really wanted to get out of there. Okay. settle them down. There we go. Ginger plant number 2. Now if you're zone, I want to say 9 or further south, maybe 10, then you can grow ginger as a perennial. It'll go dormant over the winter or during the dry season and then come back for the rainy season. But here where we have 4 seasons, can't let them overwinter in the ground. I'm going to have to get these up out of the ground and store the roots for the winter so that the cold doesn't kill them. Alright, let's see here. Okay, that spot, that's the spot. So just like that sweet potato, if you were to plant the whole potato, the ginger root works kind of the same sort of way. If you were to plant the whole thing, it'll just grow and produce a plant and use up the starches that it's stored in its roots. We don't want that, we want new roots. So, to separate the plant from the parent, that'll encourage it to establish a brand new root system. Let's go ahead and get this one in. Some well-developed roots there. Put them down into the mud. Another one. Number 4. I would have had 6, but no, the hailstorm didn't want me to have those 2, I guess. But 4 fits pretty nicely, don't you think? So, ordinarily, whenever we do a Can I Plant That video, we show you what it is that we're planting, show you how we're going about planting it, plant it, but you have to wait until a future episode to see what the progress is. Well, this time we do have progress to show you because I planted these ginger earlier in this video, you saw it, and now we have a few weeks later. This is the main plant that we planted, and there are 1, 2, 3, and there's actually a 4th one over here behind it. 4th shoot, that's a weed, that have come up off of this ginger, which means that it has grown a root underground, and from that root new plants have popped up. Here's another one. This one has, it looks like a new shoot here and one there, 2 shoots. This one, a little bit of grasshopper activity, but 2 new shoots. This one, 3 little shoots very close together. So good progress on the ginger so far. Ooh, there's more fresh shoots. We're going to have even more ginger come out of here. Just need to make sure that we keep this watered. And there's the roots forming. There's the new plant that's spawned off of it. And I'd like the camera to get as close as possible to this. And focus right there. And we're going to take the plant and break it loose, just like that. So there's another brand new plant.
Okay. Well, good people, that's all I've got for you today. As always, if you found this video informative or entertaining, please hit the like button. Don't forget to leave the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel, share this video, bang the notification bell. Good people, I will catch you next time.